Hi, welcome to Harmony Vintage Decor. I'm Angie,
I'm Allie.
and today we have a fun Mother's Day project that we're going to be working on together.
For my mom.
Yes, for my beautiful daughter Bethany, we decided to decorate a jewelry box and use things that Bethany loves. So we have this. It's a little too heavy.
It's hard to turn.
It's kind of big, huh? All right, so this is a jewelry box that I picked up at an estate sale, and it was a little rough. It needed some love.
I mean, I saw the first picture. I made a before and after, and yeah, and yes. So we, so she, I think, glued that.
I decoupaged some
Fancy word for glue.
It is. It's I used some old book pages because these were mirrors. This was probably from the 80s. It was
Very far back.
it had some unique style to it. So I covered up the mirrors with these little book pages, and then I painted the whole thing green because your mom is a plant lover,
Yeah.
and a nature lover.
On the inside, so it's like a yellowish kind of, and my mom loves yellow.
Yes, she does.
That wasn't even intentional, so.
Yeah, so this already had a yellow velvet in it, but it was a little stained and kind of
Musty.
old looking. Yeah,
Crusty.
so I cleaned it up really good, and then I painted it with some clay-based paint, and it turned out pretty nice. So the next thing that we're going to use, and this is going to be the first time Allie's ever used these, we are going to use some IOD transfers.
Yeah.
And we haven't picked out exactly what we're going to use. We're kind of thinking about using some mushrooms. So I'm going to teach Allie how to do that, and then you can learn as well. And then finally, we are going to use these IOD molds.
Yeah,
And
my favorite's the turtle, personally. Well, my favorite's the hummingbird, but it's too big for these.
yeah, we're a little limited on our space, but there's a cute turtle here. We're going to use him. I don't know what else we're going to use, but we're going to just kind of have some fun with it and play with these mixed media elements. So the first thing that we did, we took just a little piece of the IOD transfer, and we're going to put it down here.
Yeah, it fits pretty much perfectly. What you're supposed to do is take paper and go like that on the edges to outline it and then cut it out.
Right, we made a little template out of tissue paper, and that way, as we're cutting out our little design elements, it'll make it easier. So let me show you a little trick here. I'm going to get another piece of tape, just a teeny little piece of tape, because I'll be sad if it pulls up my paper. So we see about where we want this here. Does that look good?
Yes.
To you? So I'm going to put this tape on here lightly. Then I'm going to pull this up.
Wow.
And take this. So this is what it's going to look like. Do you like it?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. So now remember, these are glass mirrors down here. So we don't want to push too hard. Where'd my, oh, here it is. So what I want you to do is kind of start to rub on here.
Like hard?
Not super hard because we don't want to break the glass, but what it's going to do is start to release the picture from the plastic. Okay, see how it's barely starting? You might have to peek up over the top. See
Yeah.
it? Okay, so you can kind of, as you're working on this, you can kind of see it coming up.
Am I not helping?
You are gonna help. I'm getting this first row on here, all the way across, and then, okay. So now, see where the plastic and the, I think maybe a little harder than that. See how it's coming off? Yep, you're doing good. It's coming off. Let me see real quick. Let's see if this is, no, it needs a little bit of help way down on that edge.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. Okay, now it's coming. Is it all coming off?
Yeah. Perfect.
Look at that.
Boom.
Do you love that?
Yes.
That's the perfect spot for your turtle to hang out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Am I not supposed to touch that?
you can touch it. In fact, what I want you to do,
I thought it was like fake tattoo.
it's a little bit like a fake tattoo actually, but it doesn't require any water.
Yeah.
So that little spot doesn't look like it got all the way down. So what I want you to do is take this and you're just gonna kind of, this is called,
Sandpaper it?
yes, sandpaper. It's called burnishing, all these fancy words.
Which is another word for rubbing something on paper. Just for you who are confused.
Allie, the color combination between this green and this paper and this is, so we're gonna do our little tape trick again. Get it where we want it. About right there like that, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me slip this out of here, the white part. These are pretty easy to work with too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like me?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah? Okay.
Ooh. I want to do it.
That's a good color combination too. I love it. Okay?
Okay.
Yep, you're doing good. I'm gonna lift as you keep working on it. Good job. That edge might be a little tricky. I might have to help you with that. Look at how nice that's coming. Try it. I think that's good. I think just see,
Yeah,
can you
it's good.
kind of see right here? Do this part right here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I love these colors so much.
It just blends all together. And I also love how it looks like a background.
Yes, yes, me too. All right, what do you think now?
Turtle time.
Turtle? Okay. So this is our first time to show you how to use these molds. And they are really pretty simple to use.
Yeah, very simple.
The first thing you want to do though is what?
Starch.
Put some starch in there.
Cornstarch.
It just helps the clay to release a little bit more easily.
My
Where's that
hands.
paintbrush you've been playing with all the time? Yeah, I don't recommend eating the cornstarch. Do you?
Mm.
Let me turn this around for you so you can get to the turtle more easily. Okay, so go ahead. Good job. Got all the little pieces. So,
Is there any way where I should patch it up?
so she just put some cornstarch in there, and I'm actually going to tump this out just a little bit because you don't need a ton of it in there, but you do. Okay, that looks pretty good.
Okay.
All
So
right.
may you please hand me the air clay?
We're using the IOD air dry clay.
She literally gets everything from IOD, it feels like.
I do. I love their products. They're easy to work with and really beautiful. So I have this package that I already have been working on. It does quite a few projects. Because we used this one for Christmas.
Yeah.
You have some on your lip. Okay, so one trick is, it is a little bit like Play-Doh, a little. Let's kind of eyeball. How much do you think that turtle's going to be?
Let me try.
Take a guess.
I think that's about right.
And before you start putting it in there, kind of mush it around like you would be playing with Play-Doh.
I love Play-Doh.
I know, we're kind of Play-Doh experts, huh?
Does this feel good?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah.
You remember how to do this part?
Yeah. You plop it in.
Yeah, just start kind of squishing it in there. So these molds have beautiful detail, and so you want to really get that clay pressed in there nicely so that you can capture all of that detail. So we kind of want to pull along the edges here so we get a nice clean edge to our turtle. What are you doing?
So just peel it off again?
Remember, we kind of turned it upside down.
Yeah.
And kind of let it fall out a little bit. Yep, it's coming out nicely. Oh, he's cute. Do you
He's so
love
cute.
him? He is adorable. He is so cute. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And now we can kind of, we got to be a little gentle with him because he's soft.
Yeah.
But
His heart is as soft as clay.
what do you think? Do you know about where you want to put him?
I want him there.
There. We're going to try this turbo tacky glue.
Sounds fun.
It sounds intense, doesn't it? I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit.
You're using your finger?
I'm using my finger. It's my favorite art tool.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep. Up there.
Can you gently hold him? Don't squish him. Just keep him from sliding. All right, good. You like where he is?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna.
He's snug as a bug.
He is. He's in his little blanket. All right, it's time for the final reveal. I am so happy with how this project turned out. There is the turtle and frog that Allie did, her little ladybug, her dragonfly, and then I added this little snail here. I also added some gold acrylic paint on the trim, and I think it turned out just beautifully. Now, this next weekend when Allie comes, I am going to have her put a little message on the back, probably the year and Happy Mother's Day or something like that. And it will be all ready to present to her mom for Mother's Day. Now, I did want to make just a few suggestions if you're working on a project with a child. I expect that this is going to last a while, so it was worth having some extra time and effort on this project. So first of all, I spent quite a bit of time preparing this before Allie even arrived. I had everything ready for her to just do her creative process on there. And then second of all, I limited the types of supplies that I provided for her. So I gave her the mushroom transfers and just the one set of molds. That just allowed us to keep this as cohesive. It kind of kept it simple for her so that she didn't have to think about hundreds of different options. She just had a few to choose from, and it turned out so great. I know she's going to be happy with it. Another thing is that Allie's a little bit older. She really enjoys crafting, but even at that, we had to take a few breaks during this because it did take a little bit of time. So when I noticed her getting a little tired or her attention starting to wander, we went ahead and took a little break, had a snack, just did something else for a while, and then came back to it. If you're working with a younger child, you may have to take even more breaks, but it is worth it. I think she had a great time. I think she's going to be so thrilled with how great this turned out, and I'm pretty sure that my daughter is going to love it for many, many years to come as well. So I hope you'll consider doing a project with your child or your grandchild. It's really rewarding, and you end up with something that has incredible memories with it. You can really personalize it to the person you're giving the gift to, and you may consider using some of those Iron Orchid design supplies. You can find them online or at the sugar mill. That's where I get mine, and they're really fun. They make it easy to look like an artist, even if you're not an artist. So thank you for joining us. Please, if you're enjoying these, please like, subscribe, and share our videos. That really helps us to grow our channel, and we appreciate all of your support. So thank you, and have a wonderful day.